limestones we were talking about. One of them on book page 171, figure 8.4a, I have mentioned. This is shelly limestone. Basically, shelly limestone is composed of different fossils which are together cemented, like caught together. Cementation means they're very tightly packed together by the chemical compound called calcium carbonate. There are two other limestone types which are basically given on page 171. At the end of this lesson, there will be an assignment, so you can take a pause again and read figure 8.4b and 8.4c, the chalk and oolitic limestone yourself, because questions can come in the exam from that as well. Moving ahead in the lesson, whenever you feel a little too much is going on for you and you cannot absorb that much, just pause the video, take a break, drink some water, come back. Now moving ahead, this is another important try it out, which of course was supposed to be done in the laboratory, but we can easily understand this over here through a video as well. So carbonates react with acids to produce the carbon dioxide. And you can use this chemical reaction to basically compare the carbonate content of the two samples of limestone, such as chalk and shelly limestone. And you can measure the mass of the samples before and after reaction with the hydrochloric acid, or measure the volume of the acid required to completely react with carbonate in each sample. So over here, you have to finally understand the difficulties that you have faced and how can the method be improved. Now, you must know that chalk basically contains fine-grained calcium carbonate, whereas shelly contains fossils cemented together by calcium carbonate. So if we are going to do an experiment, I'm going to take calcium carbonate, and instead of HCl, I'm using another acid, which is H2SO4. So whenever calcium carbonate reacts with sulfuric acid, it produces carbon dioxide, water, and a salt, which is calcium sulfate. Now, if you look at this, let's see how the reaction is going to take place. This is a sulfuric acid, and this is calcium carbonate, okay? Now, the calcium carbonate basically we will be putting inside the acid, and let's see what happens. So we have put calcium carbonate, we've taken it, and this is where we are going to place it in sulfuric acid, and here we go. Now, if you can see that they are reacting together, and it's producing calcium sulfate salt, and now it's producing gases as well. In order to test if carbon dioxide is being produced, carbon dioxide gas basically is coming out, and it starts with an effervescence. So carbon dioxide basically can be easily detected in lime water. It turns lime water milky. So if you can see the bubbles, this is all carbon dioxide, okay? And if you are going to, the question comes back to try it out. Now if we try it out for chalk and shelly, basically chalk is pure calcium carbonate compared to shelly, which contains fossils cemented together by calcium carbonate. So definitely chalk will have more of the calcium carbonate content. And the method can of course be improved by using the lime water, and lime water will turn milky, identifying carbon dioxide content which is present over there. So moving ahead, now this is all explanation for today's lecture. I am going to now go to the questions. First of all, remember, book reading of all chapters is compulsory for the examinations, and this chapter is from page 168 to 154. Now these are the two questions you have to perform in your copies. Make sure you are properly giving the heading, date, index, and everything. So first of all, give two examples of limestones. Write down two ways in which they are different, and if you are having difficulty, use book page 171, or you can also personally send a message on WhatsApp. Don't post in the group, please. And how do the sediments, question number 2, become sedimentary rock? Now, question 3 is basically homework. Now, coming to the homework,